Juneteenth is one of dozens of emancipation celebrations, not only around this country, but around the Caribbean and other places our folks were enslaved. Here in D.C., we have, of course, Emancipation Day, April the 16th. But the thing about Juneteenth really ties to self-determination. It's a brilliant kind of celebration, and it has become national and even international because our people use it as a moment to educate ourselves about what had happened and also what we must do going forward. So it's a brilliant moment.
Cliff Robinson, you actually collect the data showing how Juneteenth is being celebrated all across the country.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, Roland. Thanks for having me. We've been collecting the data and actually launched Juneteenth.com back in 1996, so we've been collecting for quite some time, and indeed it is a worldwide celebration.
All right, let's go to Reverend Ronald Myers, and so you want this to be even broader as well.
Well, we were able to get Maryland as the 43rd state to recognize Juneteenth, and now we're trying to get legislation through Congress to make Juneteenth a national day of observance like Flag Day or Patriot Day, not a paid federal holiday, but a special day of observance.
Greg, I've heard some people say, man, why in the world are we trying to celebrate a day when the word became late? And I keep saying, well, that's actually not what it is. The fact is that this is the only real holiday that actually is tied to slavery. I mean, so you look at all the other holidays we have, all the other days we recognize, right. This is acknowledging something that actually is American history.
That's exactly right. In fact, you know, there are many days that are commemorated. When the Juneteenth bill passed in Texas, that same day they passed a bill the same bill actually to recognize Confederate Day. So I mean, it was, you know, it's a diverse kind of thing. But I like what Silas Floyd said at Emancipation Day. He said, "May God forget my people if we forget this day." In other words, this is American history. And in fact, what just happened in Dallas this week is very interesting. Dallas City passed a resolution commemorating Juneteenth, but the brother put in some language on reparations, and they voted on it and passed it before they realized what they had done. I think that's really what folks are afraid of. Now, if we keep recognizing this, you're going to present us with a bill one day.
Folks out there, again, though, we talked about Juneteenth was actually commemorated with the foundation of it really is when the slaves were freed in Galveston, Texas in 1865. Again, a couple of years after the actual signing, again, recognizing 43 U.S. states in the District of Columbia. It is the oldest known celebration commemorating the ending of slavery in the U.S. Cliff Robinson, there are barbecues, there are all kinds of other things tied, typical holidays in America. But what other kinds of events take place around Juneteenth? Anything educational? What do you know about?
Certainly, and that's what's unique about Juneteenth. It's grown now to encompass everyone, and depending on what part of the country, and you're going to celebrate Juneteenth in your way. We have everything from corporate conference room celebrations down to your backyard barbecue. So it's going to be, depending on who you are and where you are, just celebrating the celebration of Juneteenth.
Ronald?
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead. In terms of what are some of the more unique Juneteenth celebrations you're familiar with?
Well, one of the things that we're doing in modern times is Juneteenth flag raising ceremony, where we honor our black vets, particularly those Civil War soldiers who fought for their freedom. And we have Juneteenth flag raisings in Boston and cities across the country. So that's something that we've been doing in terms of honoring our black vets through the raising of the Juneteenth flag.
Our young people are valuable. Even though they're misdirected and misled, we can turn this around.
Start at the heart of the problem, which is, or at least at the deepest part of the problem, which is the crisis among boys.
But my main concern when I walk into that room is, who did this wig?
Well, he's a quarterback on the outside.
Watch something.
He'll be a tight end on the inside.
Okay.